Welcome back to Tech Talks from Commercial Baking. In this episode, sponsored by Tecnopool, I am speaking with Nicola Menardo, president of TP Food Group North America, Tecnopool's subsidiary in the US, and we are discussing the benefits of the TEC industrial frying system. Hi, Nicola. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you for the opportunity, Joni. It's a pleasure being here.
I am so excited to talk about this frying technology. I don't often get to talk about fryers, and I think you all have some really cool things going on here. And in looking at your system, I see that one of the big benefits is that these frying systems are tailor-made. Can you sort of walk me through how you work with one of your customers to custom design their fryer?
We, as you said, we make custom-made industrial frying machines. We believe that's a good way for making customers happy. So when it comes down to putting together a design for one of our fryers with customers, we start by asking questions and understanding what products they want to process and what kind of requirements they have for the process. So for example, questions that we ask are, what's the size of your products? How many donuts per hour? If we're talking about donuts, you want to process, what's the temperature of the frying oil that you want to achieve? How many flipping stations do you want in the fryer? Do you want a fixed or a movable frying pan to help your people do proper cleaning and maintenance of the machine? You know, all these things we ask, and based on that, we build the right solution to fit our customers' needs.
So the other thing that I wanted to talk about is efficiency. This is something that's so important to bakers and snack producers today, especially when demand for product might be up, but labor resources are a little bit still down. So, how are your frying systems designed for optimal efficiency while also maintaining the product quality?
Okay, that's a good question, and that's one of the things which I believe every good manufacturer of industrial food processing equipment should try and achieve. Talking about fryers, efficiency and product quality are two things that are somehow connected and can be impacted by, for example, choices that OEMs like us make at the design stage of their fryers, but that can also be impacted by, for example, the how well a customer is actually able to preserve the life of the frying oil, but also is connected by how well customers can clean their frying machines. So basically, when we design tech fryers, we put all these things together and make sure that the end result is a fryer which is efficient, is capable to deliver quality donuts, and at the same time, it's going to be easy to clean and maintain, because we understand that the cleaning and maintaining frying systems is something that is not really pleasant. And so we want to reduce the burden of people that have to go in there and clean the fryers. We know that, well, everybody knows, as a matter of fact, that the quality of donuts is strictly connected by how fresh the frying oil is. So what we do is when we size our frying pans, we make sure that the volume of frying oil they contain is properly sized according to the process, so that we maximize the turnover of the frying oil and make sure that when donuts fry, they fry in fresh oil all the time. At the same time, we, as I mentioned before, we also design frying pans, if customers want, that can be fully extracted by the structure of the frying machine. And that helps cleaning personnel come in and make sure that everything is going to be clean before the next round of frying operations start.
And it's funny because I was going to ask you about cleaning, because with fried products, when you're dealing with frying oil, things can get pretty messy. So, if I'm understanding you correctly, it is you can remove these parts in order to more efficiently clean them, right?
Exactly. The real element of innovation in our tech fryers is exactly the extractable frying pan, which is something that simplifies the life of cleaning and maintenance personnel, basically. So we can definitely slash down the time it takes to clean and maintain fryers, industrial fryers. On the one hand, it is important to clean the fryer well when the fryer is not operating, but at the same time, it's important to use the fryer well. It's important to have the right systems in place in a fryer so that the frying oil is filtered appropriately. To that end, our fryers can integrate, for example, bottom sediment removing systems placed in the frying pan. They are there in order to gather all the sediments and debris that might be formed during frying, push them towards an auger that later discharges all this oil and the debris into an external filtering section that cleans the frying oil all the time.
I mentioned that we struggle with labor here in the US, as I'm sure you know. Uh, how does Technopool work with operators for things like training and maintenance, especially when there's an operation that might not have highly skilled labor or high turnover or people who are, new to the job? How do you work with those operators?
So when we deliver a fryer, when we do the install and startup of the machine, we also train customers' personnel, and we make sure we strive to prepare frying manuals that are as clear as possible, so that no instructions in there can be subject to interpretation, but they're going to be easy and straight to the point. Let me put it this way. At the same time, we understand this market dynamic that you mentioned, meaning there might be a turnover in terms of qualified personnel with customers. We can also propose customers additional training sessions later on during the life of our system to make sure that the cleaning personnel, maintenance personnel, the operating personnel, the customer is always trained to properly use and run frying operations with our tech fryer. And these are the tools that we try to use in order to make sure the customers are happy, because we understand that these fryers are going to large and complex frying operations, and we want to make sure that these machines deliver their full potential.
So I'm going to take this back to the very beginning of the conversation for my last question. You said that this all starts with a conversation with your customers to ask the right questions and really dive deep into what exactly their needs are. So in order for a baker or a snack producer to do that, what is the best way for them to get started and learn more?
We'll be more than happy to share our contact information, phone numbers, and emails. And also, we have a new website. It's www.tpfoodna.com. They can go there. They can visit our website and ask us as many questions as they want. And we'll be more than happy to provide the right answers.
I love it. Okay. Well, Nicola, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me about the tech industrial frying system. This is a really great technology, and I think it's going to help a lot of bakers and operators in our industry. So thanks for sharing all of this information.
It's been a pleasure, and thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.